Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 118 of the Gen Z podcast. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to have my friends from ENAZ on for a while now. I feel like fashion is just such a huge part of our identity and a great way for us to be able to express ourselves. And it's so much fun playing dress up. And I actually have some pieces on from ENAZ, which we'll talk about in a second. But joining us today, we have Samantha Shapiro and her sister, Lena Blitzstein. There is a third sister, Melinda Kaplan, who I'm also very good friends with, who's not able to join us today on the podcast. But I'm so glad for you guys to be on. And thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. So welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course. I think, and what I want you guys to really start out talking about is your story, because first of all, three sisters running a business together, a boutique, and now you have 4 locations, I believe, which we'll talk about too. But that's got to have its challenges, I would say too. But being able to be, female entrepreneurs right now, like in business and running a successful business, is amazing. But this all started with your mom, correct?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell us.
Okay. Well, I'll start, because one of the funniest memories that we have growing up was when my mom was she was a leather working artist, making fringe bags and fun, goods that you'd find like in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And so she would work at art fairs and set up a booth, and she would sell her stuff. And my sister and I would always be there, like the little Botsy twins, helping her sell stuff, and even having her own little booth on the side of hers. We used to make these little like barrettes and like things just to like sell. So selling and being part of the fashion industry was always like kind of in our blood, and seeing our mom, making things and selling it and paying for school and, all these great things that we were so privileged to have growing up was just a great inspiration for us.
Our mom was in her 40s when she kind of took on this like role of, my dad worked in the furniture business. And so he worked with leathers and he had all these hides and stuff for samples and stuff. And once we kind of hit high school, and she had four kids in our family. And once we're the 2 youngest of the 4. And when we got to like high school, that's kind of like when she hit her 40s, and she was like, just kind of at home, we weren't as in need of her as, as normal. And so she started to she would make like a handbag and like wear it out to Sunset or walk around Highland Park, and people would stop her and say, "Oh my God, where did you get that bag?" She's like, "Oh, I made it like just for fun." And because she wanted to create something. And then she was like taking orders, and it became like a business from just organically evolving from just like a hobby of something that she wanted to do for herself. And then that's what led to selling out of her house. That's what led to going to these art fairs and setting up booths. And so it kind of like started to take over our house and everything. And that's when she opened up a little 500 square foot store across from where we are today, which was the old Highland Park movie theater. So she made it like a working studio. So she would have her, a desk in the back with her sewing machines, and she'd be working as an artist, like as her studio. And then she started putting in cowboy boots. Western theme was like really big back then, and making a full circle now, kind of weird. And so she started to put in like candles and Michael Stars t-shirts and just like little things that when people are coming in to see her, to see what she was up to, see what she was creating, they wound up buying stuff. So it wound up being like a little mini store. And then the store across the street where we currently are now went out of business. So she moved her business into this space. And then like within 6 months to a year, the store next door to us went out of business. So she jumped on it and was like, if I don't get this opportunity to take both storefronts, this may never be able to ever happen again. And so she took it on, and, we have this beautiful U-shaped store that's, it's very unique, but it has the 2 storefronts, and that's kind of like where it all just grew and grew and grew. So it was just a really organic way of like something that my mom loved to do. And then little by little, my older sister came into the business, and then Sam, and then I. So like, we all kind of came to it on our own. And
sure.
Well, going back to the 400 square foot store, She used to carry Burt's Bees, which is like in every grocery store now and probably every like Walmart.
Yeah.
So that was like, just to show you how long we've been around. Like she was carrying Burt's Bees. My aunt or her sister was a rep for Michael Stars in LA. So that's why she started introducing all the Michael Star t-shirts. Obviously the Western theme, you know, leather goods brought on like the cowboy boots and the jewelry from Santa Fe. But we also, my uncle was dating a girl who was repping this perfume oil that we still carry today. And we package them ourselves. So it's roller oils that you see at like Le Labo, you know, ours a lot less, lasts just as long. And we mix them into lotions and bath gels. And so that's just like what we continue to do after all those years. And so it's just amazing, like how much time has gone by, yet everything just sort of like stays, you know, in fashion.
It's amazing. And I mean, for your mom, like in her 40s, a mom of 4, to like, you know, really take her passion to the next level. And like you said, Lena, it just happened organically and people were so inspired and like, I want that. That's so cool. But I mean, how amazing to see, like such a great role model to see that, like go after your dreams and like, this is what she created and that you guys still wanted to be a part of that and have continued this on. Because this, you guys opened, was it 1993?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. And right. What, and the moral of the story is that, you know, you do what you love and everything else follows in suit.
Totally.
You know?
Did you guys know though, that you always wanted to kind of follow in her footsteps and be in fashion? Did you guys have that passion, or did you think you'd be doing something else? Did you want to do something completely opposite?
I think originally, like we all kind of had this big dream of like what we wanted to do after college. And I set out to go live in LA, and I wanted to be a talent agent and work in an agency and kind of live in that kind of world and have that big dream. And I did go and do all that, and then kind of just was not for me. And so one of the things I was always kind of like, I knew I loved growing up with my mom. And we used to work there after school. In high school, we'd walk from Highland Park High School to the store and hang out, and our friends worked there. Like it was like always something that we loved. Plus it was, you know, we have lots of relatives that are in the fashion business. So my mom's whole side of the family lives in like the West Coast. So it was always just something that we had been around. My aunt, you know, my aunt used to date a guy who owned Rampage. And that was like the biggest thing back then. So
oh my gosh, Rampage.
We're always looking at stuff. And so then I wound up just going into fashion just because I was like, well, I really love fashion. I love working with people. I love traveling. And so I went into that world in Los Angeles. And I actually, one of the big highlights and starting it off is I launched like Von Dutch. And back in the 90s, that was like the biggest, you know, craze of the 90s was Von Dutch. So that was a really cool experience. And then I started just working, and then I moved to New York, and my mom's account was my account. I worked at a showroom, and I basically just wrote her orders. And, you know, so I was in wholesale, and I did a little design on the side. And so it was just kind of where my path led me to. And I think Sam kind of,
no, I want to go back for a second, because I did not want to work at the store in high school. I would literally call it, even junior high, I would call in sick. Like I would be in the nurse's office. Like, I'm not feeling good. I want to go home. And my mom would say, well, you're not leaving. You're not going to go home. If you leave school, you're coming to work at the store. So for me, it was like a little bit of like I was sort of forced to be there. I've always loved fashion. I'm obsessed with Kate Moss all my life. I had posters of her all over my walls. I wanted to be her. So I knew I was going to be in fashion. I wanted to be like a designer. I wanted to be like, anything involving fashion. Never thought I'd be working at the store. But after I graduated college, moved to LA, started working for Rampage as a rep. Took some courses in college, like sewing classes and things like that. But we had such a great connection to LA reps and in the garment industry that we just like slid right in. So we've always been on like the other side. We've never, haven't really been in the retail side as much. So we kind of the whole like back end of it. So it's really, it kind of benefits us now, like being a rep or being a buyer and knowing kind of what we can get away with and,
Right. Well, you kind of know the ins and outs of everything kind of in the industry. So it's great to have experienced all those roles. I think, to put you in the best place now and be super knowledgeable of that, and the business side of it and the design. You know, and you guys, I love coming into your space. First of all, your stores are beautiful. I mean, you have Highland Park, you have Lake Forest, you have Bucktown, right, in Chicago, and then you have Northfield.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just an amazing energy and environment to walk into. But you have everything. Like, you have, you know, high-end pieces, you have very affordable pieces, you have jewelry, you have accessories, you have the lotions. And like, how fun is it to be able to, especially when you guys are doing the ordering and, you know, going to different shows and seeing like what the trends are going to be. How fun is it to like just play dress up? Like, you have all these cool like around you.
Growing up, we loved obviously to play dress up, but I have to say, like, my mom did just like buy us whatever everyone was wearing. Like, we didn't get, you know, the parachute sets or the juicy sets. Like, we were not spoiled in that way. I think it made us more creative and like thinking outside the box. Cause like, if I couldn't wear what everyone else was wearing, then I had to like flip it and reverse it and do something different. So I'd be into like vintage t-shirts, and, you know, I'd wear combat boots, like Doc Martens, and, you know, just trying to be like a different take on it. But I think we would get a lot of samples. So like when my aunt used to work for all these other lines other than Michael Stars, we would get all the samples. So like, we would just be wearing stuff that like were gifted to us in the wholesale world. So it was always like free stuff. So now that we're like, have these stores and, you know, we buy everything, we, you know, curate what we want to keep in the store. We're just like, there's like an abundance of stuff that like,
well, anything that we feel like we see trending and like, we know we want, we're like, oh, well, we have to go grab that for our stores. And, you know, we're always on, like, we want to be what's trending without being like too trendy, if that makes any sense. Like, we don't want to feed our customers like throwaway stuff. You know, we want stuff that's going to be timeless, or things that they're going to wear, you know, years to come and not really get sick of. I mean, there's the beauty is like, people coming in like, I have like some of my favorite pieces or my favorite jacket are things that are like they bought 5 years ago or like 20 years ago or whatever it is. Like, they literally walk around. People have come in and said, I still own your mom's bag that she made, or my mom made jean jacket with like cowhide on the back. They're like, we still have it. And so I think like that's always what we want to do, is like give our audience what's trending, but in a way that's not going to be like, they're going to be sick of it in a week or a month, you know? And, you know, my mom started this when she was in her 40s and she's in her 70s. And those are the women that like continue to shop at our stores. So when we came in, we really opened up, like said, you know what, we really want to cater to like a little bit of a younger customer and make this like a mother-daughter experience. And whether I'm 40 and my mom's 70, or, you know, there's a 20 and a 50-year-old, or whatever the, you know, mother, daughter, even grandmother, those three generations, they're all coming in. So I think really what we try to do is give enough for every single person to walk in, no matter what, how old you are, what size you are, you know, whatever it is, whatever your budget is, for sure. And just give something for everybody. And I think mixing in those pieces where like, you know, we have the high-end denim, but then we have like denim that's $100, you know, we have the premium and they're both great. And some people are like, I love that I could buy one expensive thing and then I'm buying a bunch of like, you know, great price point things. And then I feel like I haven't like broke the bank. I really got a big, you know, for a lot
for your buck.
Yeah.
Well, I also think that having all those different price points and having all those different sizes and the wide range makes it like a more of like an accepting environment. Like, you come in, you feel like you can walk out with something, you can buy a gift. It's not snotty. It's like, bring your kids, bring your dogs, bring your family, this couch we're sitting on is usually for like kids on their, you know, phones, or their husbands just waiting for them to be done in the dressing room. Even our dressing rooms are set up like a stage where there's chairs all around. So people, their friends, their moms, their husbands could just sit there and watch them come out of the dressing room and give them their comments. And it's just I just love that it is so welcoming, and it's a family. You guys are a family, so it's very family friendly. And I love that it's like generational, like everybody can come in and find something, you know, and it is super affordable, and there's a great energy when you come in. It's like, you could come in for
maybe a $30 t-shirt or get like a $200 pair of jeans. Everybody's treated the same and it's great. And it's so much fun being in there. And one of my favorite, and like a lot of my pieces, like this sweater I got from you guys, which I love it with the Z, of course, like Gen Z. I'm like, that's so like Z-like. But so many of the pieces I've gotten are classic pieces that I like have had for years and forever. And I did get actually this necklace too from you guys recently on my most recent shopping trip.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah, it's new.
Christmas and my birthday. Oh, I love it.
Same designer, I think. It's Joy Drecky, which is a really cool
designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what we do a lot is like, we're looking at that sweater and we totally forgot about that sweater. And what'll happen is something will come in, we'll love it. We'll call the rep. We need this in every color. This is like the best jacket, top, sweater. And they're like, oh, we're sold out. So what we do, being in the industry and working with reps and working with designers, we would take that garment, send it over to LA or New York, have them recut it. We pick the colors, we pick the fabrics, so then it's like we can kind of give our customers what they want and expand on it. Like if something's working, why isn't it on their next line in 5 different colors? I have no idea. So we always look at this side of it of like, let's give the customers what they want and what we know we can sell. So we're definitely gonna maybe need to borrow that sweater to send out.
Yeah, I know you guys had it in blue too, but I was like, come on, the black, white, and the gray.
No, because very like Aviator Nation-esque.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely want to like expand, and we have been expanding like our private label, and some things have our label in it that shows that it is our private label, which could be the little tree label or ENAZ label, ENAZ original. But then, we work with a lot of our vendors now to just do our own special cuts where like they'll just make a sweater. Like if we're viewing a line in New York or LA and we see a sweater, I'm like, oh, I wish that like didn't have that neckline, or like, I wish it had different colorways. They're like, we'll just make it for you because, they know us, they know that we have a volume business and that we're giving them something that we can do exclusively for our stores, which makes us unique. And I think that's like what makes us so cool is that there's things in our store that you can't find anywhere else because they're either designed for us or we've done enough research to like find places and people and vendors that aren't, going to every market and really trying to like keep the ball going forward on what's like new and exciting. Cause we have a lot of repeat customers. And so, they come in once or twice a week and be like, hey, what's new? And they want new, they want fresh. They're like, and something that they do come back for is like, oh, I bought this jacket. I wish I had it in another color. We're like, we'll get that made, and we can act fast and we can like really put things in motion quickly and be able to satisfy that for our customers. So I think they like love that we do that. And that's something we really want to continue to do as our private label.
But that's awesome. That's so great to have that. It's something that's special and unique to you guys, offering that to your customers that no one else can do. I think that does just create, more longevity in the consumer and just really, bond that relationship with them. So I think that's just incredible to be able to offer. And you guys helped me. I had a short stint of where I created some like joggers and shirts, and you guys, Sam, you totally connected me to be able to get that stuff custom made in LA. And that was amazing. So that I thank you for. And it's just, you guys get some of the best quality stuff and have the ins and outs of things. So you guys are a great resource too, I think, to be able to help with that. So that's awesome. But as we're talking about all these clothes, I want you guys to share some of your favorite, I think, tips for people, just like classic, but also things that are trending right now for like spring and summer. So I know you do have some clothes aside for those people that are going to be watching on YouTube. Audio listeners, we'll explain what we're looking at, but you can always go to YouTube to watch this also. So I definitely, think that's a good call so you can see kind of what's trending. So go ahead, Sam, Lena, let's see what's happening.
I always tell my customers, anyone who comes into the store, and they're like, well, what's trending right now? It's like, the wide leg pants is trending, or, things that are trending. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to work for your body type. So, my tip for anybody is you have to dress for your body. You have to dress what feels good and looks good on you. So not everyone can pull off. I'm 5'2", rocking a wide leg or a flare sometimes could be harder to like pull off because I have shorter legs, or I'm not like, I have to wear like a high wedge or something to really get that effect. Cause if I have to cut off, if I have to, ham the bottom, I might lose that whole flare. And so I always tell people, like, don't get hung up on all the trends. You have to dress for your body type. But obviously we always want to have those kind of trends for the people who are like, I am wearing a wide leg today. And I think it's important that like, I'm wearing it like on a shorter, a crop length, which looks cute on me because I am shorter, but the things that I always, when people come in here and they always want to get like dressed, and, they come to us because we will give them the honest truth. And they want, that attention, that customer service that we're really known for, and that we're not going to steer you into something that's just not going to look good on you. Cause we're like, you know what, we can do better. No, take that off. I got a different top for that pant. And I think that's like the beauty of our stores and like our customer service and all of the people that work for us is like really trying to get who the customer is, what they feel good in, what look, what's they're going to walk out feeling like $1 million, So, but Sam can take over and show you some good clothes that we picked out.
Okay. So
yes,
I'm going to pull this out just a little bit so I can stand up.
Perfect.
Okay. So actually I'm wearing one of the blouses today. It's a lot of things have gotten shorter because all the rises have gotten higher. So I'm wearing like a super high rise. So I'm able to wear this like short blousey top. This one also comes in black, but it also has, it's also great with a pair of trousers. So it's just just a cool look. I'm all about just like the little collar, and I got my necklace on from ENAZ, which is our love lock necklace that we designed at a jump show ourselves. So some more of our custom stuff. But
I'm like, I think I need that blouse.
Yeah, it's a great one. And everyone,
comes in black.
it comes in black. People will hold it up and they'll go, oh my God, it looks so short. I'm like, try it on with a pair of mid-rise or high-rise, whether there be, a more looser fitting trouser or maybe a higher pair of jeans. It's very deceiving. So, you're not really going to find a lot of much longer stuff these days because leggings are sort of like kind of directed more towards working out right now. But yeah, this blouse is great, and it's a great price point. It's one of our private labels, actually. Okay, so one of the things you have to have this spring is some sort of cargo, and a wide leg. So here's a wide leg cargo from DL 1961. So it's like the utilitarian army green. It's got the self belt with the D-ring. It's a non-denim option, super comfortable. You could dress these up with like a heel and like a dressy top, or just throw it on with like a cool t-shirt with, front tuck and a sneaker. So I'm loving these. We do really well with DL 1961. This is called the Zoe wide leg. Nice. Another cargo, which we were talking about, wearing things that sort of fit your body type. These are a great selling pant line called the Flods, Shelly Flods. They're made in Israel, super stretchy. They come in like a jogger style, but they just came in flare. I'm showing you today the jogger style that's been updated with the cargo pocket. And this comes in a bunch of different colors. And you can see it's got like a really cool herringbone print, but they're stretchy. They got a drawstring. They got all the pocket detail. They're super flattering. Again, wear them with the sneaker, wear them with an ankle boot. People are taking these casual styles and they're dressing them from day to night.
Love it.
I'm all about like the suiting. I love everything that like matches, especially when you're going on vacation. Like I'm packing right now. Everything is like like suiting is the new dress, like wearing something that kind of goes together. It's just so easy to throw in a basic black or white tank. And then, so this suiting I'm obsessed with. They're sold separately. You don't have to. And it's great when you're on vacation because you could mix and match. Maybe you're wearing these pants one day with a t-shirt jacket. Maybe you're wearing the whole outfit, or you're wearing, the blazer with like, I don't know, t-shirt and bike shorts, or, whatever, trouser, open, full leather pants. So I'm loving this. This is by See You Soon.
I love a great suit. I feel like it's just amazing. Like women look so good.
All about like a silky blouse, because like, as you see what I'm wearing today, throw it out with a pair of jeans or cargos, dress it down. So the dressy t-shirts are like all the rage. This is by Renoir. We have them from Melissa Neptune as well. Just a dressier t-shirt so that when you are going out for Saturday night dinner, you're wearing something that's a little bit a step up, especially in the birds. You're not like too decked. So everyone's loving these dressier t-shirts, but they can also be worn day or night. This comes in a black color, and it also comes like in a copper.
Ooh,
okay, more crop styles, faux leather. You really don't have to really buy a lot of real leather these days. And if you like vegan leather, This is a great blazer by Generation Love. So again, you see it sort of cropped, wear it with a pair of trousers, jeans. It's a staple. Everyone should have some type of blazer in their wardrobe, whether it be faux leather or just a regular black blazer. You need a blazer because not only does it look put together, it's super cute just with like sneakers and a little like graphic tee or something.
Love it.
And you're going to be seeing a lot of this, especially in the spring, is the short sleeve photo. So this one's amazing. It's been flying out the door already. We just put it out on Friday. It comes in black and this tan. The zippers on the arm are functional. So if you have a little bit of a more muscular arm, you can open up the zippers. But this is so killer. It comes in, like I told you, it comes in black and this tan. We're probably going to call them and have him make them in a bunch of other colors. I've heard he has like Kelly green, and Kelly green is like the hottest color right now for spring. So
is that a faux leather too?
It's faux leather.
Is that the texture?
Yeah,
awesome.
I know.
Love
it looks so expensive, especially in this color. Kelly green is a huge color this season. Last spring it was mint. Now it's Kelly green. So it was great for St. Patrick's Day, but it's great for all of like the whole season. It looks so good with denim. It looks so good with like faux leather bottoms, you know, jean shorts, whatever. So this is another of private labels. But we have so much Kelly green in the store right now. It's great. And I have to say, ever since COVID, everyone's been digging color. I think it's just brightens their day and makes them happy. And they're sort of staying away a little bit from black. But obviously we have that. So there's a lot of color in our store year round. And just looking forward to fall, we're even carrying bright purple. That's like the new color for fall, and magenta. So there's going to be some
I love those
bright,
colors.
chunky sweaters coming too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Metallics are year round. They're not just holiday. So this metallic jacket by J Society is amazing. It also comes in silver. I'm such a gold person, but I'm also obsessed with the silver. So all of the metallics are great. Again, this is not like a dressy jacket. I know you look at it and go, wow, it's like a va-va-voom. You throw it on with some distressed jeans, sneakers, and a white t-shirt, and you look really cool. And then you change your shoes and you go out at night. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
So a couple of the denim styles I wanted to show you. So because everyone's sort of moving away from the skinny, you could do a straight leg, which is called a cigarette. You could do this wide leg flare from Mother, which is called the Weekender. So it's slim in the leg. So you're getting that like skinny feel in the thighs, and then it kicks out. So it is pretty flattering. And this is the type of jean Lena was saying that if she were to cut these out a little bit, she might lose a little bit of the flare, but that's okay too, because it still kicks out a little bit. So for people that are a little bit shorter, we've been selling this insider step prop fray or whatever from Mother. It's amazing. I have it in a million washes. Super stretchy, holds you in. Some people are going up a size, but having a light wash like this for spring, I think is a great way to update your wardrobe. You can still wear light denim in the winter. I mean, I feel like all bets are off when it comes to like the white rule after Labor Day. I wear white year round. You can even do a winter white. So it's not
I'm wearing
as
like a lighter jean, if you can see.
Yeah, there you go.
This was my, I think this is Articles of Society. I got this thrifting because now having two teenage stepdaughters, thrifting is like the biggest thing. So it's like mixing those thrifting pieces.
Oh my God, like, I'm the master of that.
Oh my God, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so metallic bags. These are amazing. So again, you wear it's like a t-shirt and jeans when you're out. You wear it. I mean, it's more of an evening bag, but I've randomly just like worn them out during the day because I don't necessarily need to carry a lot of stuff. And it just looks super like cute and put together if you're going to lunch with your girlfriends or you're on vacation. So I pulled a couple of these metallic kind of studded. They're like mesh bags. And mesh in general is a huge trend. We're starting to get some stuff in right now for spring, but going forward into fall, everything's going to be mesh, like mesh overlays with like, you wear your own tank top, or if you want to be a little racy, you wear like a bandeau or a bra with jeans or trousers. It's a huge trend.
Nice.
And then lastly, I want to talk about just the perfect little beach bag that we just got in from Rita Ratzkoff. They're light as a feather. They're $50. They come in the black. They're made out of raffia. They come in the natural.
Oh, wow.
And then they come in pink. So they're made to be look like little product bags, but they're so great to travel with when you're on the beach because you could throw everything in there. The sand falls right through. They're easy and lightweight to pack in your suitcase. And
it's a great gift for $50.
And it's a great gift.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I love that pink. I'm just thinking about, I'm going to be home for the week of Easter. So I'm like, I'm going to come in and shop. But I'm like, I definitely need the top.
Soon too. We have to strategically, put things out like, spring break is here and then we know of Easter. So all of our shipping and receiving is here in our Highland Park store. And so we like kind of decide what needs to go out now and what go out, around Easter. So,
That's awesome. I love it. I love it all so much. And I really do look forward to the videos that you do, Sam, on Wednesdays, that you put out on your social media, on Instagram, that comes out with basically like all the different looks of the week. And just like you did for us right now, you do that every week for you guys. And it's awesome. Yeah. I look forward to it. I'm like, oh my God, I want that.
13 podcasts right now because I've been looking at my videos and I'm probably right around there with videos because I do one every single week, if not more. But people love it. It's a great way to communicate with people who can't get into the store every day, who are working.
Sure.
So then they're always DMing me or calling the store and coming in when they can. But it gives them, it kind of brings the retail environment like in the comfort of their own home, and they can even shop online if they see anything they like.
Totally. It's so exciting and fun to kind of see that like in your midweek and you're like, ooh, this is what's new, and you can't, you're at work or whatever. And I know I've messaged you a couple of times and Melinda like, oh, I need this. I saw Sam post this. So, so much fun. So everybody can, and I'm glad you brought that up online too. Even if they can't make it to, your actual brick and mortar stores, they can shop online from you guys, correct?
Yeah. And we're still even doing like curbside pickup. Like we're not like always like running it outside necessarily, but like come on in, it's all ready to go. So if you don't have time to look around, but you want it, you just kind of secure your piece by paying for it up front. And then just you waive the shipping charges, obviously, by just coming to one of the stores and picking it up.
That's great. And for all those listeners, though, we got a lot of listeners for the podcast from all over. So you guys can shop at enaz.com, ENAZ.com. And then your Instagram is ENAZ Boutique.
Yeah.
At ENAZ Boutique on Instagram. That's where all the videos are that Sam posts. But, before we kind of close out too, what does ENAZ stand for?
I was going to say, did you know what ENAZ stands for? So my mom has, her grandmother was named Lena, who I was named after. And she wanted to always name the store Lena after her grandmother, who she was really close with. Obviously, having 3 girls wasn't probably the best idea for that. So she kind of was playing with the name, and she was sitting there. She took off the L and she said, I love the way like a Z looks at the end of, she's just got that artsy creative. Mm-hmm. So she took off the L, added a Z, and then kind of just sat there and kind of like stewed over like, what could that mean to her? And she made an acronym out of it. And it's energy, nature, attitude, and zest. And then for life is kind of how we ended it. And it's just kind of like her mantra of like, who my mom is and what's like the important things that like we bring in this life. And, kind of just has become this, ENAZ. Everyone's like, how do you pronounce it? Once you know.
That's awesome.
But I do
love
want
it
to do
so
a few
much.
plugs. There's a few plugs I wanna get in.
Yes,
okay, so we're celebrating our 30-year anniversary on April 30th.
Oh my God,
going to be at the Highland Park store from 11 to 4. And we're going to have everything from swag bags to free gift cards for the first 30 people that walk in to raffle items. We're going to have little like bubbles and cute sweet treats and all that stuff and gift with purchases.
A DJ.
We are going to get DJ.
Oh, nice.
How to throw a party. But also this year was very special for us because we bought our building at 444 Central. We bought the whole building. So it's available for rent. The upstairs level is available for rent. There's a great event space. It could be a dance studio. It could be anything in the back, but there's like, what is there? How many office spaces are there?
There's 3 that overlook Central Avenue. So it's a really cool building. It was a great opportunity. My mom had the foresight from day one when she signed the lease that there was a rider saying that if at any time this building would go up for sale, that we would have the first right of refusal. And 30 years later, or 20 plus years later, that it came to us, and we jumped on it. And it was like a super special moment for my mom, for all of us being female business owners to own. I think we're one of the only female-owned business built like the buildings, commercial buildings in Highland Park, which is exciting, and that we have something also to like, look back on as like we had made this great accomplishment in purchasing the building. So we're
absolutely. I have like goosebumps. Like that's a huge moment. And just thinking back to where your mom started from that small space to like where you guys are now with all your locations, and then you own this building, and it's such a beautiful space. and building. And it's just, that's so awesome. It's so awesome. I'm so happy for you guys.
Well, you know how we were doing those tent sales in the back of our store? We do them like in May, July, whether it's sidewalk sale or our own sales. We basically, you know, have a huge tent with like 10 to 12 rolling racks, 6 to 7 tables, up to like 80% off. You know, it's crazy. It's a crazy deal. But because we own the building now, we're able to utilize the event space for an indoor tent sale, in the winter, which we did in November. We might do it again, you know, what month are we in? Maybe like in May, whether, you know, if the weather's not great, we'll just do it again in May. But it's a nice thing to have at the moment. But obviously renting out to someone, having that, you know, partnership would be amazing to find someone that would be a great fit for us and for them.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm so excited for you guys. Huge congratulations on all fronts. And thank you so much again for taking the time to do this. I'm so excited to have you guys on. I've been wanting this for a while. So thank you. And I can't wait to come and do some shopping when I'm home.
Thank you so much. This is great.
And to all the listeners, any referrals or anybody you know that I must have on the podcast, please send me a message on my Instagram at All Things Gen Z. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.